Big O Show. This is the 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 Big O Show.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 RDX $419 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 Acura MDX during our 17th anniversary sale.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
It's big. It's gigantic. It's the Toyota of Hollywood Super Sale. Over 2,000 Toyotas from just $17,988. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. Join the fun and get a super deal at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moodius Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moodius Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodius.dental. Moodius Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodiusdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new Acura ZDX, $439 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
This is the Big O Show. 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 This is...
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 Integra, $339 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, cuttersedgepro.com does some amazing stuff, and they're the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. Gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other and then they bite each other and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. cuttersedgepro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in the corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. So you can get some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
So here's the putting green. See? There you go. Got two flags. One was over there where Cutter's Edge Pro. It's not coming out now. Come on. Come on, wind. Give me a little wind. No, unfortunately. But there you go. And this one says Big O here. There you go. So there's my putting green. About, I would say about 25 feet, something like that. I get to practice, have a little fun. See? And then, of course, we got, the bunkers. Got to have the bunkers, man. Got all kinds of bunkers there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a taste of our backyard. There's Maiden right there. Maiden. Bono, how you doing, Bono? Bono. He's a Carolina dog, by the way. These dogs are amazing. Their temperaments are awesome. But there is the Sylvester Palm, which is just beautiful. All right, call my guys, Will and Mike at Cutter's Edge Pro. They will take care of you. Dogs are not included, okay? Can't include the dogs. Those are mine. But the exceptional work, oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yes. Make your home an oasis. CuttersEdgePro.com. Go to their Instagram page, by the way, so you can see a lot of the before and after work that they do. And it is exceptional, baby. This thing's been on here for about 9 months. No grass growing through it or anything like that. Right, Bono? Huh? Bono!
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt and Rayom can help.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Alrighty. I tell you all the time, right? The good days in camp are the days where you have no injuries. The bad days in camp are the days you have injuries. And today was the injury news of Kader Kohou being out for the year. Tough one, man. Tough one. I tough one, especially for Kader. You know, it's one of those situations where I'm in a little different position than some of you out there. You know, some of you out there have the silly hopefulness or whatever you want to call it of, you know, oh, you think you're going to the playoffs and you're going to have a good year. I don't expect a good year. So to me, the injury is not about having a good year or a bad year. This is just going to make probably another mediocre bad year worse. That's the way I look at it. But I feel bad for Kader because he's a young player that has really yet to prove himself. He has flashed. He has given us moments where you're like, whoa, this kid's got some skills, some talent, and he's definitely built the right way mentally. He's tough. And then this happens to anybody. It's a brutal sport, dude. It's a brutal sport. You know, and so now I feel bad for the kid. He's not really signed to a long-term contract, so the team has a break there. He'll be probably a free agent, but the good thing is for the Dolphins is that they can bring him back next year, and you're not really going to be risking a lot of money, and then it'll be up to him to come back from that knee injury, whatever it is, torn ligament, whatever, we'll find out. So just sucks, man. It really sucks. I feel terrible for the kid because I wanted to see if he can turn the corner this year and become a guy. We didn't know. He's kind of like the best of what you have there. You don't have much in that secondary, and Kohou is the one kid that has shown us that he's got, you know, ability, dude, you know, and he can hit the shit out of you. Also, he's a great tackler, and that is hard to find as a corner. He's already a great tackler, and that is, you know, a strong suit of his, and the physicality that he brings to the table. It's just him fine-tuning the coverage skills, which he still had not done yet, but, you know, he was in the process of it. It reminds me a lot of Brandon Jones. And I remember one of the guys that I used to bring on all the time. I used to go back and forth with him because I was a Brandon Jones guy, and I would show how he was getting better and better and better. And unfortunately, you know, they let him go. I guess the defensive coordinator didn't think Brandon fit. And so Brandon goes to Denver and has a really good season overall because he got better and better as a football player. Sometimes it takes them a couple of years, but as long as they're showing you incremental process, as long as progress, that is, as long as they're making a little progress every year or big jumps or whatever, you can, it's hard to live off of Tanner Connor and Julian Hill and people like that who have done nothing for 4 years and they don't improve. Well, Brandon was improving, and I think Kader was one of those guys that had a chance in this third year to start to show improvement, because he had a rough year last year, and then he was terrific the year before that. So you wanted to see if maybe, it's an experience thing and he just takes that next step in the process. And now we're not going to find out. And so now we're going to have to wait till next year. And the poor kid, he's going to be getting in shape for the season. And so we'll see how it all responds. The only positive is out of it, not for him, it's for the Dolphins in the front office, is that they can bring him back next year at a minimal price and all that. So that's about it, and then you can give him a chance to develop and see if he can cross the threshold and even make the team next year, that kind of stuff. But now, obviously, and I don't know how bad the injury is too. I don't know if he lost a bunch of cartilage. I have no idea. None of us really know the extent of the injury. So that's where it's sad. That's where it's sad. It's not a matter of, oh my God, our season's on the brink. No, that shit was already done on the brink and pushed over the edge. So it's a little different. It's kind of like the Marlins. When a lot of you were pissed off about Yelich getting traded and Ozuna and Stanton and, all that shit, I was like, I didn't care because I wasn't following the team. I wasn't talking about them. I didn't care. I didn't get attached to them. You know what I'm saying? So some of you are attached to thinking there's some season coming up. I'm not. So the injury doesn't put a damper on the season. I know what the season's going to be, with or without Kader Kohou. You know what I'm saying? So this doesn't really damper my season. This just dampers my emotions for Kader Kohou. I feel bad for him because he's a good dude, a terrific young man, a pro's pro, super tough. He's just missing fine-tuning one area of his game. He's got everything else, dude. The work ethic, everything else, and then this crap happens for him, and terrible. Terrible. Do want to remind you, of course, that our show is proudly brought to you by the great folks at Toyota of Hollywood, 1841 North State Road 7. And Herbie Lopez and the great people at Toyota of Hollywood, they've been at it for a long time. I've known Herbie for a long time. He's been on our platform for a long time. We appreciate it. And right now, folks, you can go visit the #1 volume sales dealership here in the Southeast United States. Nobody better than Toyota of Hollywood when you got floors and floors and floors of brand new automobiles. Over 1,200 new cars, over 2,000 vehicles, certified pre-owned. They got it all for you. And it's all under roof. It's usually hot in South Florida, or now it's raining or something like that. You can get away from all of that. So when they tell, oh, man, it's raining, we can't go buy a car. Well, you can at Toyota of Hollywood because you're not going to get wet. Oh, it's hot. I don't want to. Well, no, it's under roof. You're going to get away from the direct heat. It's a beautiful thing. And if you're looking for a Camry, or you're looking for a Tundra, or you're looking for whatever it is, Supra, you name it, you're going to have a large selection. That's a beauty. Even the Supras, you'll have a few of them there. Some dealerships don't even have a Supra. Okay? I mean, that's just kind of the way it goes. Camry hybrid, whatever it is, you're going to have like a lot full there. You're going to go, okay, well, there's like 30 different ones of this, and there's 40 different ones of this one. There's 70 different ones of this one. There's 2,000 cars on the lot. It's a beautiful thing. So you can pick the car you want, the color you want, the style you want, the model you want, but more importantly, the price you want. And you're going to see that place is beautiful. The service center is large and in charge. It's got 2 restaurants. It's got a lounge, TVs everywhere. So if you're going there to rotate your tires, change the oil, whatever it is you got to do to obviously do some maintenance for your beautiful Toyota, you can relax in the comfort there of that service center. You're going to love it out there, man. 1841 North State Road 7, right on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Tell them that Big O sent you. They'll take care of you there at Toyota of Hollywood. Ashton Davis, the coach announced today, is out for several weeks. So he avoided a big injury because he came out, remember, and he was in a boot and crutches and all that. So he'll be out for several weeks. We'll see how long that is. Darren Waller, been great, but we still don't see him. The Noah Fant stuff was asked, and he kind of phrased it like it was kind of a mutual interest. And so they brought him in. So it kind of like he wanted to check them out, and then they check him out. So the fact that you go out of your way to mention it, that it was mutual interest. So it wasn't only that you were interested in him, but he was interested in you. So you're kind of making it sound like, I don't know. It's maybe not as important, but you just kicking the tires, I guess. Usually when they walk out of your building without a contract, usually it's not a sign that you're going to sign someone. On adding a cornerback, he doesn't rule it out. It could happen, but right now they're not immediately searching, even with all the injuries. Tyreek Hill is excused from practice today. Probably divorce court, whatever. Waddle wearing the orange jersey. Cam Smith has got a compression sleeve on his right leg. Kendall Sheffield, the defensive back, like they don't have enough defensive back problems. He's out right now, not practicing. Dante Trader, also D-back, out. Again, 3rd straight practice. So a lot of problems. It was already a bad secondary. It's still a bad secondary. I mean, we really don't know who's who, what's what. Do you? No, none of us know. We won't know anything until the year starts. Okay? Nothing whatsoever. So it's just kind of weird the way it all works out, It's just an odd situation. Don't forget, folks, Caneswear, Brett and all the great people out there, Jeff, man, just a lot of great people. They'll take care of you. Don't forget, got the Cane season coming up. That is what I'm really jacked about. The Dolphin season, whatever. I love my Dolphins, and I'll follow them, and we'll do it all, but I'm not really jacked about the Dolphin season. But the Cane season, I'm actually jacked, man. If they fixed the defense, I think sky's the limit for this team. I really do. I think they should be in the ACC championship game this year. Okay? So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but this one I'm pumped. And you can get your Canes gear. You can get your Dolphins, Marlins, Panthers, Heat, whatever it is that you like. You can get it there at the same time. So check it out there and use our code BIGO10. You will get 10% off there at Caneswear. Don't forget, folks, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum, even a Chainlink or Solana donation too. The Dow, by the way, is up just under 100 points, 99.5 points. The S&P is up 15, and the NASDAQ is barely up a quarter of a point. So there we got that going on. Bitcoin, quiet right now. It's just a beautiful buying zone at 117.8 right now. So goody for you all out there. I like to see Star Atlas moving a little bit. The Dow, the Polis is up a little bit, almost 4%. I like it. 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 But pretty much the market is kind of calm right now. So there we go. Anyway, so what else do we have to talk about here? Let me see a little bit. Don't forget, folks, smash the hell out of the like button. Very important to smash the hell out of the like button. I see Jeff in Long Island's number one, NorCal, and Jamie Zorria out in Mexico, Cosa, Gus. Let's see what else. Good morning, from Oscar and Justin. TJ Superman, Dolphin Dave. His team has bad luck filling in, bad for the players. Hopefully he'll come back next year. Here we go again. Dolphin Dave, the problem, one of the things that that's going on with the Dolphins, and I hate to say it, I kind of keep reminding you, did they go out and sign frontline safeties? Is Ashton Davis or Iffy frontline safeties? No. They're like backup rotational safeties, maybe a third safety on a really good team, but they're also injury prone. Oh, and they're injured. And so you didn't go out and sign great players, durable players, or anything like that. So when Kader Kohou's durable breaks down, well, you have others that you didn't spend a lot of money. I think today Sean posted the rant that I had. I'm pretty sure because I reposted it today, but let me get the headline right. Because if you want to hear it and you don't listen to the show every day, then it is what it is. Big O. Super responsible offseason for Miami Dolphins, not investing in Mike McDaniel. And I have given you example over example over example that they were cutting corners everywhere. And the secondary is a great example of it. Okay? Cam Smith can't stay healthy. He's got a sleeve, limited today probably. Who knows? Whatever. Hasn't done anything. He's been a bust. Kohou doesn't have a lot of experience. You just and wait till I get to the juicy story out of all of this because it's so consistent and I keep pointing it out to you all. But the problem is you didn't, you had a chance to draft a player. No, we'll trade that pick for next year for a higher pick. In the Jalen Ramsey trade, you got rid of your Pro Bowl tight end, and then you also got a draft pick, not for this year, not a player to help you. No, next year. Getting the safety was good because at least Minka's the only really good player back there, and he can at least help out in a disastrous secondary. But you did not. There has been no urgency. That's it. None. Even James Daniels is not a high-end guard. You got a lower-end guard. But you got a guard. At least you got one, but he's coming off an Achilles injury. So he's coming back from an injury. He's got to get his confidence back, his leverage back, all that stuff that comes with an Achilles or knee injury that you've got to, until you really feel good. It's going to be a little bit for James to kind of feel like himself again. And then we'll see how good he is when it's all said and done. But at no point did they go top-notch in anything. And I think I've pointed this out over and over and over again. And this right here, what's going on with Kader Kohou, what's going on with Ashton Davis, what's going on with Iffy, what's going on with Trader, what's going on. It's just another example of, hey, Mike, we're going to see if you can coach this year. Because if you can't, you're going to get the hell out of here is what's going to happen. And that's it. So it's just one of those things that it's just nuts. But I get it, man. You're fans.
and you refuse to see the real deal that's going on, because in order for you to enjoy the season or watch the season or whatever, you have to program yourself to lie to yourself to think that you've got some kind of hope. And and that's not who I am. I love my Dolphins. I'm going to watch them, whether they're good, whether they suck, whatever it is, dude. Doesn't matter to me. But I'm going to watch it in reality. And like I told you, I'll be watching for individual stuff instead. And I'll be waiting for a really good coach to come one day. Maybe it's Weaver, but I know it's not McDaniel. So, this whole thing, just the stories today kind of backs everything up that's gone on. I hate to do that, but that's kind of the honest deal. By the way, we were at Hialeah Park yesterday. And remember, it is now every Tuesday at 2:00. And I'm excited because I think it's going to happen next week. Finally, we're going to be on the floor next week in the first floor. Well, we've done the shows in the first floor at the Flamingo Lounge, and I love doing it at the Flamingo Lounge. It's comfortable. We got the TVs right next to us. Got the bar right next to us. We need a drink, water, Coke, or something. Okay, Sean and I aren't drinkers. There's like, Sean, have you and I ever had like one alcohol drink when we've gone out for all these years? I don't think so, right? I don't think there's ever been even a beer at the table between you and me, right? In the last few years that we traveled. I don't think so.
No.
So yeah,
usually sodas. That's it.
Sodas or water.
Yeah.
Definitely water. But yeah. So anyway, just funny stuff. Oh man. Oh Lordy. All right. What else do we have going on in the world of sports? So, by the way, enjoy at Hialeah Park every Tuesday. We'll be out there 2 to 4. And you can also make your wagers. Get the sports book, use the QR code, get in there. If you already have a Hard Rock app, then you're good. But if you don't, go through that. It's the same thing. It's the Hard Rock app, and then you can make all your bets. By the way, we're going to have the Wise Guy picks because he was really good last year. I made some money with the Wise Guy last year, actually. Even on a couple of picks that I went against him, I made money. But overall, he had like a really good year. I was impressed. That was probably his best year. But since we're going to have Steve and I on Tuesdays, he's going to join us. We'll have the Wise Guy picks on Friday because I don't want the Wise Guy giving us picks on Tuesday. So we'll do that anyway. So if you're looking for the Wise Guy picks, they'll be there on Friday throughout the season. And we'll have a little fun with that going on. Do you see anything going on in camp, Sean? Because I am not necessarily looking around and checking it out. All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the amazing Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. If you need custom printing and embroidery, please call him. Your company, corporation, school, entity, whatever it is, call him there at 3A Graphics. That is Alan Blanco's personal cell number, 786-618-1443. The lead, of course, is Kader Kohou. Unfortunately, is out for the year. Tough break for the Dolphins, and especially tough break for Kader Kohou. Ashton Davis, also with a leg injury. He is out for several weeks. No word yet on when he'll return. Darren Waller, no sign yet of him taking the field. Tyreek Hill excused from practice today. And Cam Smith wearing a compression sleeve on his right leg. And Kendall Sheffield, the defensive back, is also not practicing today, along with Dante Trader. So a lot of injury news for the Dolphins, and a lot of it affecting the secondary. In soccer, Miami FC played to a 1-1 draw against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Okay. Hartford Athletic, they're on the road. Tonight, 7:30, Leagues Cup, Inter Miami taking on Atlas at Chase Stadium. In the NFL, tight end Isaiah Likely fractured his foot. He's out for a few weeks. Could be ready for the opener versus Buffalo. Also, Miami Dolphins offensive tackle Bayron Matos was released from the hospital, and Browns cornerback Martin Emerson Jr. suffered an Achilles injury. He is out for the year. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. By the way, also good news, Chris Perkins will be back for this season. He will be giving us post-game reports. So we'll have on our post-game show, David Furonis and Chris Perkins with reports from the locker rooms during our post-game show. So we'll get the latest on what's going on in the locker rooms, and we'll break everything down throughout the season. So we bring the Perkman back, and we thank EJD Construction, a sponsor of ours for the 5 years here on the platform. And we thank Eric and the folks for stepping up and adding a little bit more to the coverage. I'm not, we're never going to go back to having 4 or 5 beat writers. It just got very redundant, unfortunately. And so, it's not something that but during the season, we can add a second, and during the games, when it matters, when stuff that is actually going on. But I got after 2 years of doing that with the beat writers, I got bored, to be quite honest, very bored, because you're kind of talking the same thing with 4 different people all week long and repeating all the same stuff. And it just, and for those of you that have listened long enough, really, I'm not a fan of repeating. It's not something I enjoy doing. That's why there's on demand, Justin is in. Brian Radke, Chimp Shock. So apathetic about Finns. Guess it finally caught up. Thank God for Red Zone and Hard Rock. Enjoy, my friend. Enjoy. Let's see. Alexis Palenzuela, Jeff in Long Island, Akaris, Hector Carrillo. We have seen the last of Kader in Miami. Yeah, maybe not, because you can bring him back cheap next year and give him a chance. Let's see. Sam the Man, Robert T, Ray Varnicus, Steven Gonzalez. Don't take this Kader injury. It wasn't going to change the outcome of the season unless Kader became an all-star corner or something. And all of a sudden he was just shutting shit down on slot or outside or something. I don't know if that was going to happen. Big Johnson is in. He's worried about a disaster. The season is going to be great anyways. NorCal says, drinking is overrated. Puff, puff, give. You will wake up better in the morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I added that. Denardo Joseph. Alex Brown. Lenny says, as if it can't get any worse, the injury bug has hit the Finns yet again. Hopefully there won't be any more. There'll be more, bro. It's football. It's football. And the injury bug has hit everybody, dude. People lose players all the time. Sometimes you do get luck. You're right. And you get on this roll and somehow or another you avoid it. But that doesn't seem to be the case for our Dolphins. It never seems to be the case. They're doing it again. We talked about this yesterday. William Gay, nice player, dude. Okay. His dad was a solid player. I was getting the years confused between those two yesterday. Anyway, Remember we talked about it yesterday. The media is talking up the shit out of William Gay. And he's a solid football player. He's not a star. By the way, I saw Omar mention that William Gay has had he's a solid football player. I don't know if you caught this on in there, Sean.
Well, he sent out another tweet today from camp.
William Gay just dropped his third interception in 7 days. He's always around the ball. He needs to spend some time with the jugs machine. I call that my wife. I have my own jugs machine. Anyway, and then I just retweeted it back and I put, he's just a solid football player. Don't ask for more. It won't happen. What did I tell you yesterday? Like, they're talking him up, and yet right in front of your face, he's dropped 3 interceptions. And because you're not used to seeing this, all of a sudden as writers, you're not used to like a player that gives great effort and is bouncing around because he's got to reprove himself because he's going to a new team. You know, he's going to a new school. When you're a kid and you go to a new school, you got to start working the angles, right? Damn, new school. I don't know anybody. All right, I got to start getting to know people. Work it, you know? There's no difference here. So William Gay is trying to make a name for himself because he's on a new team. And then the writers, hook, line, and sinker, oh, this William Gay is all over the place. Dude, have you not watched the league? He's been in the league for a few years. He's a nice player, but he's not special. Well, let's talk him up because then you'll put more pressure. We talked about this yesterday. Okay? We talked about this yesterday, and we gave you the examples of the Albert Wilsons, you know, all of that stuff. Okay? We've done it, right? Robbie Chosen, yada, 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 yada. Oh, my God. Here we go again. One rider to the other. Ethan Bonner's out there. He's a little timid. Oh, a timid Ethan Bonner is not good. They really need Ethan Bonner to step up. Who the fuck is Ethan Bonner, bro? So now the latest one is now everybody's talking about why? Because they talked up Ethan Bonner. Because some white kid actually like knocked down a ball or two. So all of a sudden they talked him up, and now they're putting the pressure and the weight of the world on poor old Ethan Bonner when he's Ethan Bonner. Oh, Ethan Bonner better take advantage of this, you know, because we saw him once in some practice somewhere. He made a play, and we wrote an article about it. So Ethan Bonner's got to be the guy, the savior. And then Joe Fan continuously reads this about one writer or the other or a radio host or whatever. Because I don't know, I'm sure there's some radio host out there also already, you know, on the stupid shit about Ethan Bonner. Like, dude, your starting corner might be a guy that's sitting on the couch right now. Might be a guy that's going to be cut on another team in a couple of weeks. You know, we have no idea. But all of a sudden, now we'll focus on Ethan Bonner. And every time he screws up, oh, Ethan Bonner. And, you know, it's just like. Anyway. Oh, and by the way, when a secondary is this bad and it has no players, of course Tua Tagovailoa better go 7 practices with no interceptions. I'm the Tua guy. Okay? I'm not going to brag about no interceptions against that secondary. Jesus Christ. But hey, we need something to write about. Oh, too funny, man. Too funny. Now the weight of the world is on Ethan Bonner. Why? Because, well, I wrote about it. I saw him. I wrote about Albert Wilson, too, and Robbie Chosen, and William Gay. And, and by the way, William Gay is better than all those guys. He's a decent player, okay? He's a solid football player. Not a star, not a stud, maybe not even a starter. Probably a rotational player, but a good rotational player. That's about it. I'm sorry, Sean, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to give you some play-by-play from the training camp today.
What do we got?
Willie Gay Jr. shoots around the right side for Zach Wilson. Nobody seems able to block Willie. Let's see here. Where's the one with
Little Willie won't go home. All right, go ahead.
Wow, Zach Wilson with the laser to D. Eskridge on the run, the arm talent man.
That's it.
Ethan Bonner with the breakup that got Mike McDaniel excited.
There we go. Talk it up.
Gay, another sack, races past left edge where Keon Smith was stationed.
Okay. Keon Smith.
Willie Gay with a would-be sack of Quinn Ewers. It's too easy for Gay. And then you'll know who this is. You'll know who this is. I stand on this. Willie Gay has been a top 5 performer of camp, not just on defense. Every single play, he's balling.
He's like Sagua Fair. He's everywhere. There you go. Talk it up. Talk it up. Oh, man. Anyway, let's just enjoy the season. Let's just hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. That's all we can do, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can do. And then after that, we can take a ride on heavy metal. That's what you're going to need to do. Brian Radke, thank you for the love on Cash App, my friend. Very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum, Solana, or Chainlink donation. And we appreciate that. Bitcoin's at 118,191. All right. Oh, man. What else do we have going on in the world of sports to talk about? Let me see if we've got some questions here in the world of sports, which would be good. What do we got here on the chat board, just in case? Does the Heat contribute to the injuries, Big O? No, dude, it's just good luck or bad luck, and we just haven't had good luck, dude, And like I told you, because you didn't go out of your way to go get a top-notch guard, you went and got a secondary guard that was coming off an injury. You didn't go get top-notch safeties. You went and got rotational backup injury-prone safeties. So then when you have all these other injuries, it just mounts and mounts and mounts. And so that's the problem. And as much as we'd all like to see them, spend a ton of money and all that, they just didn't do that this year. They didn't go out of their way to actually, what's it called? Try to really set a team up that they think that can win. They were cutting corners from the get-go. And that's what this whole season has been about. And that's why I've kind of been explaining this over and over again, that this team is just, they did the bare minimum, basically. They did what they did, and then with their picks and things like that, that's where they structurally went and did the right things. But when it came to money and all that, they did not go out and spend, like they were, like their jobs were on the line. Let's see. Now I can only picture Willie Gay fondling jugs and screaming. Sounds like me at night. Let's see. What else do we have? Can Bernie Parmalee play corner? Yeah, he can. He can. Ray says, howdy-o, and bring back Xavier Howard. Omar Kelly should be writing those articles now, right? What Omar Kelly will be writing an article that they should sign Brent Grimes and the X-Man and put them both on the boundaries. And then when you have Mink in the middle with X-Man and by the way, we get to bring back the circus and everything. So I like it. I like it. That article is coming. Brent Grimes and X-Man. Safeties, baby. Okay. Big O, do you compare the Waller situation to last year's? Oh, no, because the OBJ situation, let me tell you, I've told you guys this. He was running 21 miles an hour a week before they announced his injury. I know for a fact. In fact, when he went to the podium, he even mentioned that he was running 20. It was 21. I can tell you this for a fact. And then all of a sudden, I was at camp and I was telling people, oh, he's gonna play, and I was telling you guys he's fine. And then he suffers the injury, and then that was it. That was it. Now Darren Waller has been very injury prone. They haven't mentioned that it's an injury. They keep saying he's great, he looks great, this, that. I don't know what's going on. There's something's going on. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. Now, they don't have to mention what kind of injury somebody has. Okay? At this point. But they haven't even, they don't have to mention the specific injury, but if he's injured, then maybe they should say it. But something's going on, dude. And this whole thing about we're trying to get him into football shape, bro, that's what this is about. It's just lies. You just can't call them lies because they're just kind of like indirectly dancing around it. But there's something going on. Let's see, what else do we have? When is the joint practices? Now, coming up next week with the when they go and take on all these teams. Chicago and all these teams, they practice against all these teams. Detroit and stuff like that. So once you get to the preseason, they'll start that week leading up to those games. That's when they'll have the practices, and that's when you'll start to get a little feel for where they're at. Derek says, Big O, do you think McDaniel gets a pass if the injuries pile up, which can be used as an excuse to underperforming record? Derek, have you listened to the show? You have not listened to the show, then. I think I've explained it over and over and over again what's going on here. Okay. Pretty sure he did write that X article a few weeks back. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, I'm about X, but it's coming up now where he'll write that you got to sign both X and Brent Grimes. It's coming. It's coming. Devin goes, you're joking, but I guarantee Omar puts out an article bringing X-Men back. No, I know. He brings back that crazy shit. I know. I get it. So this is going, I think, to a T. They're setting up perfect where I know that that McD will fail, and then because he'll fail, then all of a sudden you'll be able to you'll be able to fire his ass. By the way, Welton Rayom, proud sponsors of our program. We love Jeff Welton, Daniel Rayom. We are in storm season, so it's hurricane season. But again, down here in South Florida, you get torrential downpours, and that could create problems, flooding, and then that could also create leaks in the roof and all that. And if you're seeing any brown spots in your roof and you think you may have a leak, call Welton Rayom. They'll send their adjusters over. They'll tell you if you have a case, and if you have a case, they're going to go after the insurance company. Never, ever call the insurance company. You call Welton Rayom first. They send their adjusters, and the rest is history, bro. Lots of our listeners, if it wasn't for the legal issues, I wish our listeners could come on and talk about it like I have. I saw them kick Progressive's ass. When we had some kids go through the wall of our home, they thought they were effing, Fast and Furious and shit. And Progressive wasn't stepping up to the plate. And, brother, they crushed their ass. And I'm telling you, that's what you got to do. So save the number, 954-966-4646. And if you're dealing with bankruptcy or homeowner property damage or condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury, call my guys, Jeff Welton, Daniel Rayom. Consultations completely free. So explain your issue. They'll listen, and then they'll tell you if you got a case. 954-966-4646. All right. Any other updates from camp? Sean Stanley? Huh?
No, right now Tua's at the podium and they're just asking him the normal stuff.
There's always going to be things you need to correct. Even if you thought you had a good practice, you got to continue to find things. And Tua said the three things he focuses in on so far himself in each practice and his assessment of his performance is not result-oriented as much as it's about whether he hits those three goals. Oh, and I know two of those things I did not do today. Oh, well. You want people to be self-critical of themselves anyways. Yes,
that
sir.
all stemmed from you haven't thrown an interception in 7 practices. That was the first one.
Hey, Tua, do you feel great that you haven't thrown no interceptions in 7 practices? Well, our secondary sucks, so it's really not that impressive. You know you want him to say that. Hey, Tua, you feeling good? You haven't thrown an interception in 7 practices. Brother, have you seen our secondary? I mean, Tua, did you have to whip out the ukulele during a snap and throw a pass? Brother, have you seen our secondary? My team needed entertainment. So I hummed a few bars and I completed a pass. It's a beautiful thing. Brother, have you seen our secondary? Let's write it up. Tua's been fantastic. No interceptions. 700 practices in a row. Even though there's no secondary. But let's keep talking about it. It's like, that should be you should be talking about that. Like, yeah, he's been sharp, but look what he's practicing against. I mean, and I'm the Tua guy. I love Tua, okay? But I'm never going to I got to call shit like I see it, dude. Yes, sir.
Tua asked about young CBs. Tua says, it's hard to say as they're routinely covering 10 and 17.
In other words, 10 and 17 will burn anybody. Tua, 10 wasn't on the field today. Brother, have you seen our secondary? Oh, man. Anyway, it is what it is. What are you going to do? You know? Big O, if they bring Grimes and X-Man, they should play the opening of Three Dog Night show. The show must go on when Finns take the field. Yeah. Yeah. Or we should actually, Three Dog Night. You're right. It's actually the perfect band for Minka Fitzpatrick because he's going to sit back in that secondary going, one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Because there is nobody else in that secondary. Okay? No safeties, no corners. Minka. One is the loneliest number. I mean, he's by himself. Minka is the Kelly Leak of the Miami Dolphins. Kelly Leak had to run and go play the outfield, left field, right field, center right, center left. The role played by Weaver. Walter Matthau is Weaver is Walter Matthau. And he's told Minka, be Kelly Leak. He handed him a copy of the Bad News Bears movie. Minka's like, what the fuck is this? What is this? He goes, watch it. Watch Kelly Leak. Be Kelly Leak. And if you notice, Minka today pulled up into camp and a motorcycle with Carreras on and a cigarette. Okay? By the way, I've been this close to buying the Bad News Bears jersey just for the hell of it. This close. They got a site that sells it in white, black, and gold. I'd like to get the traditional white one, but that shit is dirty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go out somewhere and, the black one might be the one I'll get because it kind of looks really cool. But yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick today showed up in a motorcycle with Carreras and a cigarette. He is Kelly Leak. Real life Kelly Leak plays for the Miami Dolphins football team, and his name is Minka Fitzpatrick. How do you like that analogy, bitch? Don't forget, hit the like button. That's a great way to get the algorithms going and help us out, okay? And you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. Yes, sir, Sean Stanley.
Chris Perkins on X with some Dolphin camp, evaluations. He says, Gay excels again. Tua Waddle combo feasts on DBs. Plus, stock up, stock now.
Uh-oh. Plus stock up. Did he add who's stock up and who's stock down?
I'll leave that. You can hit the link to figure out who's that.
Okay.
I don't want to take everything away from.
Oh, Lordy. Nyborg, Chico's bail bond, classic. Teen Wolf was a one-man basketball team. He was. We should stop asking Tua questions. It might cause a concussion. Let's see. Big O, if they bring back Grimes and X-Men, they should. I read that already. Okay. Ty in the Bronx is in the house. The party is over. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys out there as always, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I guess we got lucky with the earthquake. The tsunamis weren't that bad, apparently. Thank the Lord. Because last night they were just talking about how those tsunamis could be like 1 to 3 meters or 3 to 4 meters in certain places. And so they were talking anywhere between 3 to 12 and 15 feet of tides. And apparently it did not happen. So I don't know. I'm not smart enough. Okay. I'm not a geologist or whatever, a seismologist or whatever the hell it's called. So I have no idea, or a scientist, period, why it didn't happen, but I'm glad it didn't happen. So apparently it wasn't so bad. I saw that initial video that they were showing on the Russian coast, and there was some surf moving in like these warehouse buildings, but it wasn't like a major metropolis or anything. It was like a very rural area. So it just wasn't anything big. But then Hawaii and everybody else, we were worried about it. Didn't seem like, at least from what I'd seen, it doesn't look like it was that bad overall. So that's good. So even the coast, even the west coast of the United States, had some warnings and some concerns. 8.8. It's the 6th strongest earthquake ever in history. That's crazy. That is crazy, dude. Okay. I don't know if we got it right. Do we finally got it right? Sean, today is day number 18,825 that the Dolphins haven't won the Super Bowl finally. Is that the deal?
I've given up on trying to figure it out myself. I'm going to say yes, because yesterday was 24. We should have just added one day today. That would put us to 25.
Yeah. That's as far as my math goes.
Yes. Yeah. There's no Y's or X's involved in this.
No. Plus, I only have to add one.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a lot of toes and fingers you got to count on.
Yeah, I know. But if I see the number and just tell me add one, I can do that. I'm
okay. All right.
Hard enough to do that.
I just got some
other things, but I can add one.
There we go. Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland Browns camp. First day in pads. He had a great day. 9 of 9, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
But he's also playing with like the third team and
yeah, it looks like there's a couple water boys in the secondary here guarding a couple of the guys that he's going against. Yes.
Right. So again, I kind of like keeping things like in the real. You know what I'm saying? As much as I like Shedeur Sanders and I think he can pass, he's not practicing. They have to move him up, but because of the Dylan Gabriel thing and all that, he's going to have to he's Bruce Lee is it the Game of Death, where he goes from one floor to another fighting everybody and all that, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and all that. I think it was called the Game of Death. That's basically for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, it already started just with Jimmy Haslam a couple days ago. Oh, yeah, no, hey, no, that wasn't me. No. Sanders was picked by Barry. I didn't pick Sanders. That was so good of an owner to just come out and say that. I hope Shedeur Sanders kicks ass and then tells the Browns to go fuck themselves. That's what I hope happens. I hope he kicks ass and he forces them to tag him 3 straight years, and then he becomes an automatic free agent. But in that tag, it'll be hard cap, and it'll be max money. It'll be freaking awesome. That's what I would do if I'm Shedeur Sanders. I would keep my mouth quiet. I would, as they told Ajax, you just soldier and keep your mouth shut. And that's exactly what Shedeur Sanders needs to do. Soldier and keep your mouth shut. Go out there, do your thing, outplay everybody, become the guy, become the franchise quarterback, become the guy that Cleveland has always wanted, and then tell Jimmy Haslam to go himself. That's what I would do if I'm Shedeur Sanders. Quietly, I'd be like that, and then the day the day that I have proven I'm the guy and all that, and then the owner has to come to his knees to talk to me about a contract or all of that, I'm going to say, no, I'm not interested in a contract. You guys can tag me if you want, but I'm leaving. So they'll be forced to trade him, and then he can say, yeah, but I'm going to where I want to go. If not, you guys can tag me. And so you'll play 3 straight years, and you'll screw the Browns, and you'll screw Jimmy Haslam. In fact, you could probably say, well, Jimmy, if you want me to sign a long-term deal, you need to sell the team to somebody else because I'm not signing a long-term deal with you because, after all, you didn't draft me. You didn't want me. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here with a man that reluctantly has to give me the money because he was wrong and never wanted me. That's what I would do if I'm Shedeur Sanders. Soldier and keep your mouth shut. Play your ass off, become the guy, and then give them the middle finger. And what you wanted to do in the draft, that you were trying to control and manipulate where you went, and you didn't, because that's not going to happen in the good old boy network, they shut you down. The only way you regain that power, Shedeur, is by becoming the man in Cleveland. And then once you become the man, once you become the quarterback anywhere in the NFL, you have all the power in the world. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. If Kirk Cousins can somehow mangle a way into guaranteed money consistently, then there's hope for a lot of other people out there. Okay. Big O, are you a geologist advisor? Nope. You know, when you say geologist advisor, all I think about, I believe the nickname was Teabag in, what was the name of that movie, that show, the Prison Break? I think it was called Prison Break. And Teabag goes to him, are you a geologist of the rock candy variety? That's what I thought of right there. When you put Big O, are you a geologist advisor? I thought of Teabag in Prison Break, and I forgot what character he was talking about or who or whatever. And it was a line that has stuck in my head because it was funny as shit to call somebody a cokehead in a completely different way, a geologist of the rock candy variety. And he had that slang, that twang in his voice. Freaking hilarious, dude. Yes, you are correct, Jake from Palatown. Prison Break was a great show. Towards the end, it kind of, jumped the shark, like some shows do. But man, for so many seasons, I want to say like the first 4 seasons of Prison Break, that was some good TV, bro. That was some great cliffhangers. It was good. It was good. Prison Break was good. It got a little out of control, and, it happens. What are you going to do? But, man, I loved Prison Break. But, yeah, Teabag, are you a geologist of the rock candy variety? In fact, I think I have that drop somewhere, too. So, it is what it is. I'm still trying to figure out what was the point of the Browns owner making that statement. Devin, he's a moron. This is the guy that gave a complete guaranteed contract to an alleged rapist. Jimmy Haslam is just a stupid person. Just because he's a billionaire doesn't mean he's really, Robert Kraft went to an Asian day spa to get off. a billionaire, goes to an Asian day spa to get his tallywhacker played with. Please, please. Penis is so personal. I mean, just because you're rich doesn't mean you're smart. You might be, Stephen Ross, great in real estate. Not so good in football. Maybe Joe Philbin will be the next Don Shula. So, that's Stephen Ross. It just because you're a billionaire doesn't necessarily mean you've got common sense in every area. And Haslam, clearly he doesn't like Shador at all. If I'm an owner of a football team, if I'm the owner of a corporation, I got to embrace every employee. They need to know I've got their backs. They need to know I'm there to support them and if they make mistakes or they're not good enough, well, then that's life. But your job as a parent is to support your kid. What are you going to tell your kid that, that's my kid, but he's a complete screw up. I don't care. Is that what you're going to do? So you're not going to claim your kid? You're not going to claim your employees? You're not going to claim your players? That's stupid. That's ignorant. Your job as an owner is to say, hey, when they ask you that, or if they ask who drafted what, hey, listen, I'm the owner, and I root for all these players. I want everyone to succeed. I want every quarterback in that room to have a great year. I want the coach to have problems on who they're going to start. I think Dylan Gabriel is a fantastic young man. I think Shador Sanders can be a starter in this league. I think Joe Flacco has proven over and over again, whatever. And you just keep going. And Kenny Pickett can do more than his nose. Just that's what you should be doing as an owner. You should not be, oh, no, that's not my pick. None of them should be your pick, asshole. You're the owner. That's your other problem right there. You shouldn't be talking about you picking anything or whatever. The football people should be doing the football business. But because you're Jimmy Haslam and you constantly meddle, you bury your own football team, i.e., former Clemson quarterback. So, he's just a stupid human being. He's just an ignorant, rich-ass billionaire that really has no real sense of reality. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less when it comes to Jimmy Haslam. Let's see what else. Once again, constant injuries so early, 8-8 season. Let me ask you something. If the guys that aren't injured are healthy, you think they were more than 8-8 anyway? And by the way, your math is bad. It's 8-9. We have 17 games. That's the part I want to emphasize to all of you. None of these injuries were going to make or break your season. You are going to be a mediocre team regardless. Okay. For Dolphins secondary, where is JB Brown? Boy, that was a terrible cornerback, huh? Big O, we have a head coach that's a genius. Will be okay. That Kenny Pickett line was funny, Big O. Thank you, Lenny. I'm glad you laughed a little. We try to slide in a joke or two every once in a while. Francesco says your Tua brother impression is hilarious. Brother, have you seen our secondary? I mean, seriously. Tua, you haven't thrown an interception in 7 practices. Brother, Have you seen our secondary? Come on, bro. I mean, if you're not writing that by if you're not talking about Tua being perfect and then following it up by mentioning, and I get it, some Dolphins get their, butts hurt. I'm not. I'm a Tua guy. You guys know this. The only time I'm pissed at Tua is when he's idiotically trying to run the ball thinking he's some kind of athlete or something, and he's not. That's the only time I get pissed at Tua. Outside of that, I'm great with Tua. I'm fine. Just play smart, dude. That's it. But I'm not going to give him all this love because he's completing passes against the worst secondary in the NFL. You know what I mean? Poor Minka, bro. He's going to be like the Exorcist, and his head is just going to be he will have neck injuries when he's done this year. I mean, he's going to have he's going to need to become a psychic. Not he can't read a quarterback's eyes. No, he needs to be a psychic because he's got to really know where the ball is going, man. I feel bad for him in that sense. You know what I'm saying? He could have a disastrous year, but it's not his fault because the poor man is the only one that knows what the hell he's doing, and he's the only one with the ability to do it. And now he has to Kelly leak the entire situation. And when you got to Kelly leak the entire situation in the NFL, oh my God, that's scary. And when the quarterback knows that you're the only guy that can play back there, so I need to fool him. Once I get past that, the rest of the guys are going to be easy. Why? Brother, have you seen our secondary? Anyway, since we have no secondary, any chance we run a zero defense maximum blitz on every play? Have I not been mentioning the Josh Boyer defense for weeks now? Have I not mentioned that Weaver is going to have to go a la Josh Boyer? And this is before all the injuries. Before any of the injuries, I've been telling you this is going to be a la Josh Boyer a little bit here. This is going to be flow. They're not going to do the whole standing around, which, by the way, it's one of my favorite defenses of all time. It's one of my 3 favorite defenses that I've ever seen the Dolphins ever play. They're all standing around and hanging out and snap, and they all take off. That shit is badass. Okay? That was just awesome. I freaking loved that defense. Was that what was it called, like the amoeba or some bullshit like that? What? It was amoeba, right? You're giving me the heads. Yeah. Okay. Hard to remember every stupid little thing in the world. But yeah, that amoeba defense. Oh my God. I love that. I love that shit because you had no idea who was what, where one was going. And I'm sure if you're on the O-line, you're like, I got him, I think, or wait a minute, but he's standing on this, and that kind of, oh dude, I loved it. I loved it. That was fun. I don't think he'll do amoeba style defense, but yeah, I think you're going to have to do some of that. Yeah. So, Finns fans should shout out Minka. The power of Shula compels you. Minka, the power of Shula compels you. And Miss Boyer, I actually thought he did a good job considering he had no secondary, bro. Like, he had nothing back there, dude. That was terrible. X was like on one leg, and oh yeah, that was bad. That was bad. He actually, the offense cost him more games that year than the defense. That's the interesting part. As much as they picked on Boyer, and I get it, but it was actually McDaniel in the offense that cost them more games than the defense when you went over that season. It's crazy. It really is. Let me get to a little music here, since we always love talking music here on the show. Remember, folks, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. You can help us get to Madrid. That is the only game we are covering this year. Last year, we went to Seattle, Indy, LA, and we only won one of the 4 games. But this year, Sean and I have decided we're not going to do that this year. We're not going to be touring all around. So we're only going to do one game, and that'll be in Madrid. And we'll hang out with fans out there. I'm looking forward to it, and cover some of the Dolphin events. And we are trying to set it up to broadcast at a bar there in Madrid, a Dolphins bar. And that'll be the bar that, for Dolphin fans, we can all meet there and kind of hang out and have some fun. So we'll get to it. All right, let's start off in music history. Let's start off with birthdays with musicians first and foremost. Brad Hardgraves, drummer for Third Eye Blind, born in 1972. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Kate Bush, born in 1958. Rat Scabies, Chris Miller, drummer for The Damned, the punk band, born in 1957. Jeffrey Hammond, former bass guitarist for Jethro Tull, born in 1946. Jimmy Cliffman. I bet Jimmy Cliff lit a spliff. But the reggae and ska star, born in 1944. But I will gamble that Cliff lit a spliff. Paul Anka, born in 1941. And the amazing, the phenomenal, and he's still rocking, still singing, still jamming. Born in 1936, George Buddy Guy. He is a special, special talent. Happy birthday to Buddy Guy. All right, let's get to others celebrating birthdays. If I don't give an age or the date that is, that means they are dead, unfortunately. They are no longer with us, like auto pioneer Henry Ford, born in 1863. Just lost him. Major League Commissioner Bud Selig, born in 1934. He's still with us. He's 91. Let's see. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's back. The governor, the actor, born in 1947. He's 78. Actor Jean Reno, born in 1948. He's 77. Actress Delta Burke, born in 1956. She's 69. Let's see who else. Lawrence Fishburne, born in 1961. He's 64. Lisa Kudrow, born in 1963. She's 62. Vivica Fox, she's 64. Born in 1964. She's now 61. Now she wants to get married. Actor Terry Crews, born in 1968. He's 57. Actor Simon Baker, born in 1969. He's 56. Actor Tom Green, born in 1971. He's 54. Actress Christine Taylor, born in 1971. She's 54. Actress Hilary Swank, born in 1974. She's 51. Volleyball Hall of Famer Misty May Traynor, born in 1977. She's 48. Wasn't Misty May Traynor married to a former Marlin, like a catcher or some shit like that? Look that up for me. I want to say that Misty May Traynor was married to a former Marlin, and I want to say he was a catcher, but I just forgot the name. Actress Jamie Presley, born in 1977, 48. Soccer Hall of Fame member Hope Solo, 81. Hope she dropped the drinking. She's 44. And actress Gina Rodriguez, born in 1984. She's 41. Sean Stanley, do you have an answer for me?
Matt Traynor.
So I was right. Okay. Matt Trainer. I thought she was married to a Marlin. All right. What do we got in the wrestling department, young man?
Forestero turns 31. The great Chad Baxter, he's 37. The ruthless Baron Von Raschke, he turns 85 today. And the one you stole from me, WWE Hall of Famer Arnold Schwarzenegger is 78 on July 30th, 2025.
Okay. He was back again. That damn Arnie. Telling you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation as always. Let's go with music history now. What happened today in music history? We start off in 66, the year I was born. The Trog started a 2-week run at number 1 on the singles charts with Wild Thing. Da, 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 da. You make my heart sing. It's interesting. I was born. Wild Thing was born. Who's the real Wild Thing? Come on. You know it. I know it. Let's see. What else do we have? In 82 on this date, the soundtrack album for Fast Times at Ridgemont High was released, and it featured Jackson Browne's She's Gonna Be Somebody's Baby. And she's going to have sex in a baseball dugout. That's somebody's baby. You had to watch the movie to know what the hell I'm talking about. In 88 on this date, Stevie Winwood started a 4-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Roll With It, Baby. You know Jimmy Cliff with the spliff? I bet you he had to roll with it, baby. In 96, A Tribe Called Quest released their 4th studio album, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, and it features Once Again and Stressed Out. Republica 96 released their debut studio album. It features Ready to Go, which is like in every stadium in the history of sports. In 96, Alice in Chains released their live album, Unplugged. In 2002, Bruce Springsteen released his 12th studio album, The Rising. And Pat Riley loved that album because he loves his Bruce Springsteen. And the title track, Lonesome Day, Waiting, and Sunny Day. And Pat, crank it up, baby. I know you love that album. In 2003, the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, Rush, the Guess Who, Justin Timberlake, the Flaming Lips, Sass Jordan, and the Isley Brothers played a benefit concert in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to prove that city is safe from SARS. With 450,000 spectators, it was the largest concert spreader in Canadian history. I'm sorry, it was the largest concert in Canadian history. I don't know why I threw that in there. That was just wrong on my part, okay? In 2021, Billie Eilish released her 2nd studio album, Happier Than Ever. It features My Future, Therefore I Am, Your Power, Lost Cause, NDA, the title track, Male Fantasy. And what else? And in 2021, the posthumous Prince album, Welcome to America, arrived. And that's what happened today in music history. Let me see if there's any birthdays here that I didn't mention. Sometimes they sneak 1 or 2 in here. Elvis Crespo is 54. I don't know if I mentioned that. Ron Block of Allison and Krauss and Union Station is 61. Craig Gannon, guitarist for the Smiths and Morrissey, is 59. So there you go. There's a couple of birthdays that were part of it. And that is what happened today in music history. How about that? All right. All right. All right. Oh, man. What else do we have? You guys got any questions, comments, insults, all kinds of stuff? Let me see. Man, Hope Solo at one point was a complete smoke show. Don't know what she looks like now, but that's one good looking lady right there. I don't know what she looks like now. I have no idea. I don't know. She was married to that Seattle Seahawks crazy tight end. I don't even know if they're still married. You notice the tight ends, like now the Waller thing and all, that it's receivers that are divas, and then tight ends kind of follow with some craziness. Man, I've been saying how long so many live in fantasy land. Do not be surprised if Miami is fourth in the division. Yeah, I think it's going to be a battle between the Jets and the Dolphins. Yeah, I think New England's going to be the second team in the division. I really do. They went all out in the offseason, draft and free agency, and they got a better coach. And I like their young quarterback too. So if they protect him, give him a running game, he's going to be just fine. You know, the kid can pass the ball. Just blitz like that's all he can do. And hopefully you get there and run the ball. Go Dolphins. Yeah. You got it. You got it. I'm with you there. No doubt about it. By the way, the Big Cheese, proud sponsor of our program, Gary and all the great people out there. And it started 40 years ago with Billy, who we just lost a few months ago. And you can never replace Billy, man. Billy is an icon, and along with Gary, this was their baby 40 years ago, and it has become an institution in South Florida. The walls have so much Hurricanes history. The food is delicious, cooked fresh daily. Pastas from Italy. So go check it out. 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, 305-662-6855. And every Friday, you can catch the BigCheeseMiami.com NIL and recruiting report with the amazing Manny Navarro. And we thank the people at the Big Cheese for their support here. 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue. If you go by, please mention our name. Very important that you mention our name. Okay? Got the order. Thank you so much. Oh, Michael, yes. And thank you for your patience, because I know that for a couple of the orders, you guys waited a long time, but I made up for it in a big time way. So, if I screw up, I'm going to make up for it. Okay? Some people might give you like 10% off your order or something. Screw that, bro. I gave you, I tripled your order, doubled your order, whatever the hell it was that you had. You got like 3 extra items. So, I did my part because I figured, hey, man, I screwed up and I did not handle the shirt situation right. And so, unfortunately, the customers, I know one order came in last night for a hat. It's already shipped this morning. My wife already shipped it out this morning because that's all the stuff that was. The problem was I was putting stuff up and I had not had it in stock yet. And I thought I was going to get it in stock in time and all that. And then I had all the delays and all that and different colors and, oh, God, whatever. But anyway, we're through it now. So anything that's there is in stock and ready to go and be sent out. So if you want to support us that way with a shirt, a hat, whatever it is, we appreciate it immensely. We will send it out right away. So thank you, Michael, for your patience. And I hope I made up for it a little bit for the delay, my friend. And I appreciate the support. Most of you did not even bother me about it or anything. And that was very, very nice. Which means a lot because it just means that you guys actually give a shit about the show, and that means a lot for me and Sean. It's a true test to find out who's really the real supporters of our programs and things like that. Like the people that like to think about it, we're over 127. There's only 88 likes, and a lot more have come and gone already during the time that we've been on, but only 88 have hit the like button. So it's kind of like stuff like that. Little things like that, all that stuff helps us grow. It's a little effort, but some will make the effort to donate, to buy, to click, whatever. And then others, not so much, but that's kind of the way it goes, unfortunately. Can't do anything about that. What else? I know you do the movie ratings. Well, I do now that I get to go to a lot of movies since I got that $25 a month thing and I'm taking advantage of it. Me and my girlfriend just started the Owen Wilson series called Stick. But do you have any series you recommend? Well, I do actually. A buddy of mine recommended to me Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm, the guy from what's that that show with the sales guys from back in the day. Anyway, John Hamm is in it. He's the lead guy. Mad Men. Thank you, Hector and Ray. Dude, I enjoyed it. I was like, whoa, all right, this is different. And I'm actually looking forward to the second season now. It's on Apple, I believe. It's on Apple. Your Friends, Your Neighbors. Your Friends and Neighbors. Something like that. Yeah, I think it's Your Friends and Neighbors. I enjoyed it. It's like a twisted story, how John gets himself involved in all kinds of things. And there's a couple of different actors. Olivia Munn is in it. There's a couple of people in it that you'll recognize. And the Latina maid, she's hot, bro. Yeah, good movie. It's 10 episodes, I believe, or not 9 episodes. 9 episodes. I don't know why they did that odd number, but yeah, it's 9 episodes, and I enjoyed it. Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm on Apple. I enjoyed it. So it was a good suggestion by a buddy of mine. Let's see. Do you get paid to watch programming on television? No, I don't. No, dude. If I do something, it's out of the goodness of my heart, my brother. I don't do any of it for, no, bro. I'm paying Regal $25 a month of membership so I can have unlimited movies now. So I go to the movies with my wife now all the time. And we're waiting for this weekend so they can add a new set of movies because we've kind of pretty much caught up with all the movies that are out there. So yeah, no. I don't get paid by any crypto. I don't get paid by Bitcoin because Bitcoin's not even a company anyways. No, dude. If I tell you something, it's because I truly believe in it or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't do it for that kind of stuff. It's not the way I play the game. It's not the way I've ever been. So yeah, it's not who I am. If you know me, it's not who I am. I'm no bullshit. I am who I am. That's it. And I'm the same person you see here. You'll see me in person. It's the same exact person. You can ask Lisa. You can ask Pat in Asheville. There's a couple people on the chat board that are actual personal friends of mine now, and they've hung out with me, and they know. The same. The person you get here is the person you get live. Nothing changes at all. Jack Roldan. I don't know if Jack is watching, and his family. I met them at the Men at Work concert, Toto concert, whatever. and his wife goes, "You're the same person on the show," and that's nothing changes. So this is who you get. This is not a shtick. And that's the sad part about radio or shows, that somebody has to play the shtick of, okay, I'll be the Joe fan. So I'm going to be Mr. Positive all the time. And I'm going to like try to create like positive vibes all the time. Or I'm going to be the hater and I'm just going to, hate all the time. Or I'm going to be the funny guy or try to be funny and make everything a joke. Well, I'm none of those guys. I'm just me, and there'll be times that I'll be positive. There'll be times that I'll be negative. There'll be times that I'll be funny, but it'll just come naturally. It's not shtick. And there's too much shtick out there, and that's the problem. And most of you don't really want real. You want shtick. You want to be lied to. You want the guy that's like with the pom-poms every day and, well, they could trade for this and they could trade for that and they can do this and they can, come up with all the hypotheticals, to try to lead you guys down a path of nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not what we do here. We keep it all natural, my man. All natural. So, yeah. No, I don't get paid by anybody to do anything. If I do it, it's because I want to do it. That's about it. No more, no less. Jeff in Long Island says, thank God for my fantasy football team. Yeah, you're going to need that this year. Yeah. Ray says, very twisted storyline, but well done. I like the show. Oh, so you watched Your Friends and Neighbors. I like the show, dude. Once that show got rolling, you're like, holy shit. Pat in Asheville goes, wife and I are finishing up Halt and Catch Fire on AMC. Amazing show about the rise of personal computers and the early interweb. Okay. Halt and Catch Fire, AMC. Wrote it down. Got it. I need a new show anyways. We're finishing that. I'm sorry, we finished Your Friends and Neighbors. Is there another show that we finished recently? There was another show. So I needed something new. So I'll check out Halt and Catch Fire on AMC. All right. Why not? And by the way, when it comes on your platform, because I wouldn't tell you to spend money on Oh Hi, watch it. It's a dark rom-com, but it's not bad. And then the other one, Eddington, I would watch it when it comes to a platform. I wouldn't tell you to go spend money in the movie theaters for it. So that's a good thing for you guys now that I've got this. I could tell you the movies that I would spend money on. Like if you like superhero movies, Fantastic Four is worth it. Superman's worth it. Big screen, all that. I think Fantastic Four is better than Superman. That's just me. Whatever. But anyway, at least that's the good thing, that I'll be able to tell you the movies that you can spend money on, and the ones that you should not spend money on. But I would still watch those when they go to a platform, just for the hell of it. Not great, but entertaining enough. The Eddington one, my God, that is a screwed up movie. Holy shit. And the Joaquin Phoenix role is excellent. Like, he really just goes all into his characters, dude. So impressed. He's got to be a little bit, because he's so good. He really is, man. Sean, did you see any news on the wires there for the Dolphins at all? No? Okay. Brian Radke agrees that Fantastic Four was better than Superman. Yeah. Superman was good. It was entertaining. It was fun. A little different, a little bit lighter. a little bit more cartoonish, kind of. But Fantastic Four was more true superhero movie. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say that there is an Inter Miami note. DePaul will be available tonight for Inter Miami, it looks like.
Wow. Yep. So they're pissed that around the league that he's like an international player, but he's not taking up an international slot and all that.
And also Messi was voted MLS Player of the Month, but they left out the 1-game suspension on his stats for the month. Yeah.
That's funny.
Put him into the ground, baby.
Dude, how many braces did he have this month?
I just find it funny, though. You use him as the face of your league to promote worldwide, and then you discipline him, which I understand. Like, to me, Jordi Alba, I can understand, but even though they're still playing to bring worldwide attention to your league, and then you sit there and say, oh, well, it's a rule, so. But then a lot of people are saying it was just to make Messi take a break too, because as you always say, when he goes in, he wants to play 90. He doesn't come out. He will not come out. So a lot are just saying this was their way of saying, hey, take a break.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Brian Radke agrees Fantastic Four is better than Superman. Pep says, Big O, did you ever work with Hammer on 560? Just curious. It was a long time ago. Damn, you don't know my history. Worked, fought with him on air, fought with him off air. Yeah.
Even I got yelled at by Hammer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Baseball fans, yes, they definitely lost an icon in Ryan Sandberg, dude. He was one of the greats. And let me tell you something. I thought about Neil Rogers right away when Ryan Sandberg passed away, because obviously I worked with Neil and followed his entire career, and he was a Cubs fan, if anybody knows. And he was praising at the altar of Ryan Sandberg in many ways. Knowing Neil, openly talking about it. But he would talk about him as a player, not just as a person. But immediately when I saw that Ryan Sandberg passed away, I thought about Neil Rogers because of the history here in South Florida with Neil and him being a Cubs fan. And he loved Ryan Sandberg. I mean, listen, what Cubs fan doesn't love Ryan Sandberg? We're talking about one of the great players of all time in the last 50 years. One of the great players of all time. Not just a great Cub, but just a great, great player on and off the diamond. I mean, just perfect, dude. You know what I'm saying? But it reminded me so much of Neil Rogers, rest in peace. And so I'm thinking, just like Ozzy gets to hang out with Randy, I hope Neil Rogers gets to introduce himself to Ryan Sandberg up there, because Ryan has a real fan waiting for him in heaven in Neil Rogers. There's no doubt about that, dude. So that's what went on through my mind because of my South Florida history and all that, and obviously radio history too. So now that you mentioned Hammer and you mentioned Ryan Sandberg, I will mention also Neil Rogers at the same time. Two people that I worked with. Pat in Nashville says 28 years later is worth your time. It's still showing down there. Yeah, it's still here in the theaters. I haven't gone because of my wife. She doesn't like those kind of movies. But I did see 28 years. I saw the first one. So this is the update on it. And maybe I should. If you like this hat, go to what's it called? To caneswear.com. And remember, Big O 10 is the discount. You will get 10% online or in person. And they've got a lot of hats with the old logo on it. It's the only kind of logo I buy. I don't buy any of the new logos. And you can check it out. They might have this one or any other one, and you can buy them. They got a bunch of hats and get 10% off. What else? Eddington is a trip. Yeah, dude. Like, it is a effed up movie. I wouldn't tell you to pay for it. Would not. But I would tell you, I would watch it just because it's worth it. You know, it's kind of a little slow at the beginning as they build the story up, but then it gets like, oh, man. It's twisted. It's twisted. Twisted. And Joaquin Phoenix is, wow. That I have to say, it's a really good performance by him. Okay? Like, I'm not going to tell you it's a great movie, but he put one hell of a performance together. He went all in on that character, man. Let's see what else. I have to see 28 years later. Yeah, it's one that's been kind of on my radar. Maybe I go by myself. You know, now that I have this pass, I can actually just go on my own, which wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, Bitcoin's at 118. It's just at a beautiful buying zone right now. That's all I can tell you. All right, folks. We thank the amazing Sean Stanley, as always, getting it done. I see Ocala Joe. Good morning to you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, and he also loved Luis Miguel. Yes, you are correct. Good to see you on the chat board, my brother. We are wrapping it up. We appreciate all of you out there. Don't forget to hit the hell out of the like button. You got us over 100. Thank you. Remember, whenever you're listening or watching, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. And you can help us get to Madrid and survive. And visit our amazing sponsors like Moody's Dental, like Caneswear, R&M Contractors, Sloman's, Laser Eye Center of Miami, Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, EJD Construction, Hialeah Park Casino, Big Cheese Miami, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. So many great sponsors. Without them, we'd be lost. Without you, we would be lost. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same bad channel.
This is the Big O Show.